Welcome back guys, here Trade Pro FX. So today I want us to analyze the first 5 markets. So this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we will make some orders, new orders as after we have analyzed. So what do we do? The first thing, so we will come to volatility 10. Come to your volatility 10. Let me first clear everything. So let me first create everything. So after you come to your volatility, your trading view, you will find your trading view looking like this. So what do? Let's start with volatility 10 index. And what do we note about the volatility 10 index? We are seeing that it's making an uptrend, and this is an uptrend. Reason, it's making what we call higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. So I'm looking for the path. So the market is making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So you can see the trend is making higher highs and higher lows, and we said for a valid market to make correct movement of the market, it makes higher highs and then higher lows. So basically, just looking at the current market there, we can see that this market wants to move down to make a pullback. I hope we are all together. You can see this market wants to come down, make another pullback. This is called a pullback before it reaches at a certain point, then moves up and proceeds to create another higher high. But for now, as the current market, you can see it's trying to move down to able to create a higher low. Understood? So at volatility 10, since we understand now what are we now at the current market, we are now aiming to go for a higher low. And what is the higher low forming? It's trying to create higher lows and lower lows, meaning we will be aiming at checking for entry points for moving to the downside. So this was the 24 hours daily candlestick time frame. So I'll move to the 4 hours and see how this market is behaving. So on the 4 hours, on these 4 hours, you can see the same thing has been happening. And how is this market moving? It's creating the same higher highs and then higher lows. And then we have reached at a point on the 4 hours. So we are on the higher time frames. So we had a shoot there. You can see we had a massive higher high there, then created a higher low, then we created a higher high to the top side, then we have created a higher low this side, and then the market has pushed up and has broken the same BOS, the break of structure here. So assuming this was the highest point, because it's the highest point, you can see the market has pushed up, creating another higher high on top of this. So you can see it there, that's a higher high, and this was a higher low, this was a higher low, and then for this was a higher low, and this was a higher high. So the market went like this. So it broke up the BOS or the breakout structure there, proceeded up. And what did we expect? Again, the market, we expected it to make another movement, create this higher low, then proceed to the up direction. Understood? And on the daily time frame, we have seen now we are looking for opportunities for a down trend. And for me, looking at this market, we have said we are looking for a market where we can see there is a downtrend now formation, because our candlesticks show on the daily time frame that we are trying to make a higher low before we proceed moving to the up direction. So if this is our higher high and this is a higher low, and I told you for you to declare that we are moving on an uptrend, that market must come back. If it has not broken the previous low, still we are on an uptrend. So this market came to this point, it never came to the higher low point. So now after we created a higher high here on top, we can see this is our higher low here below. So based on that, you can see this is our higher high for this candlestick. So based on this, we can see that now the market is trying to come down, and what we expect that this market won't come down and pass this zone here. Why? This is our, so guys, so that's why I'm saying whenever the market reaches at this point, you already know that unless it breaks this point, now we will see a change of direction, maybe to the opposite side. Now from there, what do? You move now to the 1 hour and see how the market is trying to behave. So moving to the 1 hour of that market, how is the market trying to behave? So I'll just zoom out and see how the market is trying to behave. Looking at this market, I can see it was still moving on the creating higher highs, higher lows, moving up. And there is something I'm noting, that on this period the market has consolidated for a very long time. Coming back, we see the market tried to push this market up, broke, created a BOS on this area, and has tried to push up this market, and we wanted a momentum progress like this one. So but now the market has tried now to reject this zone. And why? There was this consolidation. So if you have noticed something, so you can see on this area there is a certain thing happening here. So the market is consolidating along this area. Along this area there is something, there is an indication that the market might maybe either change its direction, and the direction of the entire trend was an uptrend. If you remember, it was an uptrend. So probably now it shows we might now start breaking the downside. So this market might now proceed to move from this area down, break this zone, which is a problem, trying to break that zone, and then proceed to the down. And whenever it breaks this zone, we will have something we call a change of character. So for swing traders, maybe someone will wait for this market to change to the downside and then reach until it reaches this area, then wait for the market to break, and wait for that market, after breaking, moves to the down and tries to make a retest behind, and then after it makes a retest, it now proceeds down to the downside. So as you can see on that 1 hour, we have noticed something, that now the market is trying to behave in a way of there is a challenge here of passing that area. So we will proceed to the 15 minutes and we will look at maybe a potential scalping entry and see, since I want us to trade today live, and then we see, before I release the video, we see the results. So now on the 15 minutes, let's see how it's behaving. On this 15 minutes, we can see this, we can see this trend. How has the market been moving? So it has been creating the same direction like on the on the 1 hour. So when we discover this, let's see. So as I told you, the market, remember, moves creating higher highs and higher lows, or either creating higher lows and lower lows, higher low and lower lows. That's how the market moves. So with that, since you can see now this market, how it was creating higher lows and then lower lows. That's how the market was moving. So we are now at a zone of area of concern. So looking at this market currently, just observing how it's behaving on these 15 minutes. On these 15 minutes, we are at a consolidation phase. You can see the market has consolidated since when? Since September 26, that's yesterday. On the 1510 candlestick, the market went up, touched the area top there, then tried to move down. There is some rejection here, and this potential rejection will be because of this that was a fair value gap there. So let me draw it well. So in between there was a fair value gap, which I can see the market now has come, touched the fair value gap, tried to fill it well, it went up, tried to fill it well, it has filled it now, then went up, and the fair value gap has completely been filled there by as the market was moving down. So let's see another zone here. So what are we noting here? We can see that the market now has come to this part. So there's no way there's nowhere we can see any fair value gap. There is no, and we can see these two does not qualify to make this as a lower low. So looking at this market currently, you can see that on top it has made a higher low, and then moved to create a lower low, but this one is not now. It does not qualify to be a lower low. So what do we expect? We expect this market maybe to move down and then create a good lower low. So let's see on the 5 minutes whether we can scalp something from there. So I have seen that now we are on a consolidation area. We have been consolidating, you can see, and the market has now come and broken that area, which was on the 5. Now we are on the 5 minutes, creating a change of character. Now it has moved up, and then it's trying to create a higher low, which is there, and we have seen the overall trend might change to the direction creating higher lows and lower lows. So since we now know we are targeting an area that is that we are targeting to take trades on our downside, we will look for potential zones. So I'll come and check for potential zones. So I can see 1, 2, 3 here. There is a fair value gap. It is fair value gap there, and the market has come back, almost filled that gap there, and now it's trying to move on the low down direction, aiming to reach which zone. Let's see the first zone it's trying to reach, and our first zone it's trying to reach, it's this zone below here, and then it might now decide whether to break that zone. So we can enter a very short position to that point. And what is the reason of entering that point? Because going back, we can spot something we call on an order block, which is maybe helping us to say that now the market is moving on the opposite direction. Now we can now at least take a direction to the downside. So there we can spot something like an order block. So we can see the market has tried to reach that, to move down to that order block. So for just scalping very fast, so let's see, we can now decide to enter a short trade here and scoop it to this point. However, this now you cannot trade. If you are a real trader, you cannot trade this market because it has so many consolidations. So with that, I'll come in to my trader hub and take a very short trade to the downside. So I'll come and tap new order and sell. So we will just put something like 10. We'll use 10 and then sell that market. So you can see it's not moving. There's no chance to sell. So I don't know why. You can see the markets want a zone to buy, which is, you can see the direction obvious. It is not a buy, it's a sell. So for those who have bought, maybe, so let me refresh my terminal, maybe it could be the issue. So let me try again, because I want to buy that trade, I want to sell here, I mean. So I'll put 10. I want to put 10 and then sell. So there's nothing, you cannot purchase with that. So what about 5? So nothing. And what about 1? So the only amount you can use now is 0.5. So still, so let me good. So I want to come and trade that, and I want to sell. Hey. Exact invalid volume. So I've sold, and let me increase to the stake to around. So I've sold. Again we take another sell position and it's over. So coming back to the market, you can see we are now on the direction of the sell. Deriv are very clever guys, very clever. They know how to manipulate this market. So since we can see we have taken those trades, we'll just leave them up there and now move to the next trading, and that is volatility 25. So volatility 25, we begin from the daily time frame. So the daily time frame, we can see how the derivative trading is behaving. So we can see on the daily time frame, we had discussed this earlier. So this is the highest point that market has moved. So then we look at the lowest point that market has moved is that point. Yes. And then after that, you can see on the daily time frame there is a zone here which will make that market maybe not to pass that, or rather reach at that point and then proceed upwards. So now we are knowing we will be looking for buy opportunities. So after there, I'll just move to the 4 hours. On our 4 hour candlestick on the volatility 25, we can see it has touched that order block there. So we look for any other order block around, and we see, let's see. You can see that the market is trying to move now up, and trying to move up. What do we spot? We spot that here on the 4 hour we have something like this, meaning the market must come back to this area, tap this zone, and maybe move up. This zone becomes an area of interest, either moves up or moves down. So we know that. So we are now aiming for buy opportunities, guys, on the 24 hours. So I'll go back to the 1 hour and see whether there are opportunities to take buy trades or uptrends. So moving to the 4 hour, so you can see that on the 4 hour candlesticks, that on the 4 hours, what do we spot? The market has been moving on a downtrend, and then it has reached to this zone. We have moved up, created a higher high, and this is a consolidation area, which that's why we did that order block. So we have moved down again. Then it's as if we want now to make another consolidation here. So let me see from behind whether there is a consolidation. No. So we have reached that zone. So we potentially have an uptrend. So let me first remove that. With that, we can see now we are aiming to move up, guys. We are aiming to move up, and which zone is most likely to give us pressure here? There is nothing, so we will be aiming on an uptrend. And why am I saying that? We have reached a zone of interest. So let me move to the 15 and see how that market is behaving. So we'll take an uptrend. Okay, for the 15 minutes, let me see whether we can have a confirmation for trading up. So still nothing, still no confirmation, and we note that the market has moved to this area. It has refused to break that area. The market is trying to move up, but it is not breaking that area. So there is something about that area. So we will now move to the 5 minutes. For the 5 minutes, you can see, for the 5 minutes we can see we have been on the demand zone, and then I guess we should take just a long position from here. And what is our aim? To reach the first previous high, and which is for scalpers, this is our first previous. So I'll just take a position for buy to that point. So that's volatility 25. So new order, and then I take buy, and then new order, buy. We'll take 3. So our first trade we take 2. So just revert with it like that. So we will now go to volatility 50. What did we discuss? We have done volatility 10, 25, so we are at 50. So let's see it is behaving. So we come back and see how the volatility 50 is behaving. so let's see, and that's it. This is volatility 50, and we want to start from the daily candlestick and see how it's behaving. So on the daily candlestick, what do we note? That we can see the highest point that market has moved is there, and then the lowest that market has moved is that point. Understood? So when we proceed to the 4 hours, we can see how the market has been moving. So with that, on the 4 hours, we can see there was an uptrend, and then now we are on a downtrend, and the market is creating higher highs, higher lows, higher lows, lower low, higher low, lower low, higher low, lower low. And then looking at this, what do we discover? That they took now a good momentum after a bit of this consolidation here, and we have created a higher low, so we are still proceeding, and we can see from our previous this candlestick of the 1 hour, we have built something we call another block on that area, that zone. So the market might not come back here, so we might proceed up. So what is the next target of this? So whenever I told you, now whenever it breaks this zone, remember we will have a change of current, and we are targeting to take only trades now aiming at moving downwards. So which is the position that we need to check at that now it can affect this trade? It's this one. This trade has to affect that market from moving up, since there is a section there which might lead that market not to go up. And what else? We can see a fair value gap here. So this market is aiming to reach to this point, then changes its direction to the downside. So we will wait for that market to cross this point and tap the here, and then we can take a position of a downtrend and proceed with the so we will wait for that market and we proceed to the downtrend. So for now we won't put through, but we can now enter, make our entries on the 15 on and the 15 minutes. So let's check. Okay, so it seems on the 15 minutes it's like we have reached near. So looking at this, we can see spot that we on the 15 minutes we are on a position where there was a consolidation, meaning there will be a potential fall. And number 2, let's see, just look at this. This is a fair value gap. The market must come back. That is a must. This market must return to this area, to that fair value gap, to fill that inefficiency. So, and there is also another fair value gap here. So we already know that now here, and this is another fair value gap here, this position. So this is a very good entry. So volatility 50, sell, and that's another entry. So don't know why it doesn't want to. Okay, so 0 point, let me just refusing. So we want volatility 50, that is a clear entry. So new order, and then we say a sell. Why? This derivative trading likes manipulating people so much. I don't know why. Now why is it not making me to take a trade? 0 point. That's why I have trading sometimes forex if it's trading MT5. So see, I want to take a sell, the problem, and not a problem of my net. So for for the direction of volatility 50, it is a sell. And for the market execution, it has refused to take a trade. So what do? We will just take a position here and see if you were to take a trade, what would you have won that trade? So I'll take a long good position to the downside. Remember, this is a fair value gap here. This one is a fair value gap here. So the market must come to fill that. So potential downtrend, and then where is your stop loss? Just above slightly the previous high, this one. Understood? So the market won't cross to go to the up direction there. And we are done with that, but it has not accepted us to take those trades. So looking at now the next trade is what? Volatility 100. I don't know why it has refused for me to take this trade. I really wanted to take this trade for volatility 50. Why? Does it not want me to take a trade? Because you can see, exactly, you can see here there is a very good potential zone since the market must return back to this zone. So I don't know why this market doesn't want me to take that trade, but there's no problem, because we know we have analyzed, you know how to trade. So then we proceed to volatility 100, and we call it a day and wait for those trades maybe to make the up or way down or up. For volatility 100, we will come back to the daily time frame. So on our daily time frame, we can see that the lowest point that market went was, so our highest first market maybe it is that candlestick with the recent highest point is on that candlestick, the previous candlestick on 26, and then we have the lowest point here. And now let's see how the market has been faring on the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, we see the market has been touching up and down. So we have recently touched up, so we are aiming to move to the downside and looking for the potential zones. What do we see on the 4 hours? The market might come back into this zone. So let's move to the 1 hour, looking for why the market cannot now reach. So you can see the market has been creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and it has reached a zone which is making all the markets to move down. So wherever we are, you can see we have created a higher high, a lower low, a higher low, a lower low, a higher low, and maybe we might take a lower low onto the direction of the downtrend. So any point here we can see this zone here, and the market potentially has the ability to come, so it will probably come to reach that order block there. So this market is aiming to touch here, then proceed up, and then we will come to the 15 minutes. On the 15 minutes, let's see how the market is behaving. So on these 15 minutes, you can now see that the market is trying now to move down, and any zone here which might have a problem, this is an area of concern, because you can see from the behind, we can see this a zone there which has been diffusing that market maybe to proceed either up or down. So on that zone, let's see, and you can see it has reached and the candlestick is trying to change its direction. So probably the market again might now reach there and move to the up direction. So let me find an entry on the 5 minutes and see what is happening on the 5 minutes. So in the 5 minutes, what do I discover? That this I was talking of this area, so I can take a short buy here, because these acts are like a, and I'll aim at that first point there, and then so going back to my 100, I'll take just a buy position, new order, buy market accepted. So I will say we will be taking two. So then that is done. So the only market we have not taken trade is this one, and let me see whether it will take trade. So we sell. I don't know why it's not selling the volatility 50. I don't know, but we see the that's. So let me try. New order, sell, and then new order, sell, two of them. With that, guys, I want you to look at now our trades. We were at some, so which is this volatility 100. We have taken long positions using 4, the others we are 0.55, and all are on profits, and these ones we have entered. This is volatility 100. You can see that's why we are on loss, but all the others we are on profit. So let's see what's wrong with the volatility 100. We have taken a buy position, so no problem, it will go up. So after some time, you'll just note that all our strategies usually work, and whenever you can take trades with that style, you will make something good. And if you look at the volatility 50, we are on profit. All the other trades we are all on profit. So just taking a straight look at them, we can see this has already started buying. Guys, let me go back. See, even if I wanted to cross this trade at this point, guys, with $7, it will be a good strategy to trade. So just stay focused. Like that, if I want to just cross to these trades, you come here, then you cross those trades. You just tap like that, then you cross a trade. If you want just that amount, you just cross a trade that way. So you just how you cross trades, it's like this. So like these ones for volatility 100, let me try to cross them, but no problem, there's no issues with them. Let me show you. That's how you cross. So after trading and you see you have good amounts and need to cross, this is how you trade and cross them. So with those few remarks, I hope you have understood how to take these trades, and you can see we are all on profits. We have all profits. Yes. So I'll wait for the others to have I've just crossed the others, but no problem. That's how we enter trades and cross the trades, just like that. Guys, after waiting for a small period of time, you can see my trades are already working well. So to cross all of them, I'll just wait for this one. I'll just come and cross using here. So you just come and cross your trade here. I don't know why it's behaving that way, and you can see we are at 29 point. So keep looking for good strategies, guys, and I know you will make something from it. And that's it for today. Don't know why this trade is not making me cross this trade. So let's see. But no issues since we had a good strategy. We are at 31 USD moving forward, but this was just using a demo account. So for those who want to try it, first know how to trade, guys, then you can enter on to a real account. And with that, you can see when you have a good entry, you can scoop some profits very fast, guys, at 38. And the ones I've crossed before, I am sure now they will be at maybe something to do with 100. And with that, let's come and see. So I can see we are at $80, guys. Just see how wonderful those trades are taken. So I wanted to ensure that maybe head wrong, so you have to get some good positions so that you can cross this volatility 100. That's what I've now noticed. So you can see I've now closed those trades, and now let's wait for this volatility 50. Now the only one with a drawdown, but now let me check and see how it's behaving. This is volatility 50. We are still on aiming for a down trade. It must come back to this zone. So guys, you'll just allow me now to close the trade because I know it will still behave. It's just now maybe kind of making some consolidation, so it will still behave. You can see we are negative 8.7, so it will still behave later. And so also before I go, I can see it has started now behaving very well. So coming back to, you see we are on profit here. It has started behaving, but now you cannot cross that trade until it reaches the exact number of profits maybe it requires. And guys, that's it, and we call it a day. All the trades we have taken today have proceeded very well, making good profits. When it reaches to this zone, it might have a reversal, but I will still wait and see how it moves. So bye bye, and let me see. I don't know which kind of profits this trade wants, so that it can cross. Maybe it wants more than 20, like for the volatility 100, because we are using, you can see the volume, we are using 4. So guys, I can see now the trade is working well, and now one can cross that trade. You can see, so cross that trade and then proceed to this one, and we see whether we can cross. And now we are done. We are done for today. We have made so good entries, very short entries, and you can see the trade will proceed to move on a downside, because on that volatility 50 here we can discover we have a fair value gap for 1, 2, 3. There is a fair value gap in between, and therefore this market must come and feel this inefficiency here. That's why I was very sure that the market might come to the downside. So with those few remarks, that's how you enter trades. You can be scalping, you can do swing trading, but for me, I just wanted to show you how to do it, and I am done. That's why I've just crossed all the trades. Well, all of them are on profits. So